Bob wakes up in a place with no signs, no roads, no maps, no compass, no GPS, no street names, no familiar shapes on any horizon, just endless trees, distant mountains, and a small group of ancient humans quietly packing their belongings. One of them looks toward a mountain that is barely visible in the fog, then simply starts walking. Bob laughs. They are completely lost. They are not. They know exactly where they are going. They know how long it will take. They know which river they will cross. They know where the animals will be. They know which berries will be ripe by the time they arrive. And Bob, with his modern brain trained by traffic lights and phone screens, is about to learn one shocking truth. Our ancestors were some of the greatest navigators in the history of Earth. And they did it without a single piece of technology. Bob follows the group into the forest. Within minutes, he is completely turned around. Every tree looks the same. Every rock looks the same. His brain quietly panics. Meanwhile, an old woman in the tribe is casually pointing at broken branches, disturbed leaves, and faint tracks in the mud. To her, the forest is not chaos. It is a book. And she has been reading it her whole life. Ancient humans did not see nature as scenery. They saw it as information. A snapped twig meant an animal passed here recently. A pile of chewed bark meant a deer stopped to feed. A single feather on the ground meant a hunter might already be nearby. Even the direction of a bent stem could hint at wind, weather, or the time of day. Bob steps on a branch and nearly falls over. The tribe pretends not to notice. Now Bob looks up. The sun is high in the sky. To him, it is just warmth. To the tribe, it is a clock, a compass, and a calendar all at once. Ancient humans learned to read the sun with incredible precision. Its position told them the time of day. Its arc told them the season. Its angle told them roughly which direction they were facing. And at night, the sky became an even greater tool. Long before written language, humans watched the stars move across the heavens and noticed patterns that never changed. Certain stars always rose in the same place. Certain constellations appeared at certain times of year. Some cultures used the stars to cross entire oceans. Polynesian navigators, for example, memorized star paths so detailed they could travel thousands of miles across open water without any instruments at all. Bob looks up at the ancient stars and realizes something humbling. For most of history, the sky was the original GPS. Now the group reaches a river. Bob assumes they will guess a place to cross. They do not. The elder walks straight to a specific bend, steps into shallow water, and crosses safely. Bob asks how she knew. She smiles and says her grandmother showed her when she was a child, and her grandmother learned from her grandmother. This is one of humanity's greatest secrets. Ancient people carried something more powerful than maps. They carried memory passed through generations. Scientists call this cumulative cultural knowledge. Each generation added tiny pieces of wisdom about the land, the seasons, the animals, and the safest routes. Over thousands of years, this created invisible maps stored inside human minds and shared through stories, songs, and daily life. A single tribe could carry the geographic knowledge of centuries. No paper, no ink, just memory, trust, and repetition. Bob suddenly feels very small. Now the tribe changes direction. Bob sees no reason for it. The elder points to birds circling in the distance. She says water is that way. Ancient humans learned that certain bird behaviors revealed hidden landscapes. Some birds circle near water. Some fly in specific patterns before storms. Some appear only in certain seasons. Even the smell of the air could hint at rain, rivers, or distant plants. The tribe was not guessing. They were listening to a world Bob had forgotten how to hear. Then Bob notices something even stranger. The group is following faint animal trails. Not because they are hunting, but because those trails often lead to water, safe passages, and gentle slopes. Deer, bison, and other animals had spent thousands of years finding the easiest routes through the land. Ancient humans simply borrowed their wisdom. Some scientists believe many modern roads and even highways trace paths originally worn down by migrating animals long before humans walked on them. Bob quietly whispers that this is incredible. The elder replies that this is just Tuesday. Now Bob realizes something. Nobody in this group is navigating alone. One person watches the sky. One watches the ground. One listens for birds. One remembers the route from previous journeys. Everyone contributes. Ancient navigation was not one skill. It was teamwork built into culture. Cooperation may be the most underrated survival tool humans ever developed. A lone human could get lost easily. A group of humans sharing knowledge could cross continents, and they did. Modern humans spread from Africa across the entire planet without maps, wheels, or written language. They crossed deserts, ice sheets, rainforests, and oceans. They reached islands so remote that even today they seem impossible to find. They did all this with the brain sitting inside your head right now. Because here is the twist. That same ancient navigation brain is still inside you. Studies show that humans have powerful spatial memory. We recognize landmarks. We remember paths. We build mental maps of neighborhoods, buildings, and cities without even trying. Certain brain regions, especially the hippocampus, light up when we navigate familiar places. But there is a problem. The more we rely on GPS, the less those regions are exercised. Research suggests that constant GPS use may weaken parts of the brain that once helped humans understand the world around them. We did not lose the ability. We just stopped using it. Bob sits by the fire that night and thinks about everything he has seen. No maps, no screens, no shortcuts. Just the sky, the land, the animals, and the memory of every ancestor who came before. He suddenly realizes something quietly beautiful. The greatest map our ancestors ever carried was never made of paper. It was made of patience, observation, memory, and community. It was the human mind itself. Bob looks up at the stars one last time and whispers something to himself. Maybe modern humans are not smarter than our ancestors. Maybe we are just louder. But Bob's next journey will reveal something even stranger. Because if ancient humans could cross entire continents without maps, how did they survive the longest and darkest nights without electricity, without heaters, and without the comforts we take for granted? And the answer might completely change the way you see the modern world.